My precious one, my cherished soul, do not look away. Archangel Michael brings this message with urgency. This is a moment of great importance. A shadow is drawing near, and if you turn from this, sorrow may follow you for years to come. The heavens themselves tremble as these words are spoken. The sands of time are slipping quickly. Your destiny is poised on a delicate edge. You have only a brief window to open your heart before this message dissolves like mist. Why do you feel a shiver along your skin right now? Why does your heartbeat quicken as you listen? Because deep within, you sense this is not ordinary. This is not just another message passing by. This is a sacred interruption. This is the voice of heaven calling your name with urgency, before the moment is lost. Michael says, if you turn away, if you doubt, the shield of protection will fall, and what is coming will arrive without mercy. But if you remain, if you listen, if you trust, the disaster will be turned away and a miracle will be released in its place. Do not treat this lightly. You have been lovingly warned, dear soul. The reason you found yourself here is because the threat is closer than you realize. There are movements happening out of your sight. Someone is acting in secrecy. Someone is concealing something that could bring you pain. Heaven has seen it. Michael has witnessed it. And now the trumpet has sounded. This is your final call. You may wonder, why me? Why now? Because your spirit cried out for help. Because your soul pleaded for answers in the quiet hours of the night. Because you lay awake, whispering questions into the darkness, and heaven heard you. That was not by chance. That was divine alignment. That was the angels preparing you for this very moment. And now the message has arrived. Do not close your heart. Do not walk away. Every heartbeat matters. Michael says, they have less time than they believe. If they hesitate, they will walk straight into the snare. But if they heed this message, I will break the trap and lead them to safety. Your decision shapes everything. My beloved, God says, I do not warn you to frighten you. I warn you to shield you. I will not let the storm consume you if you listen. I will not let the darkness overtake you if you remain under my protection. That is why this message has come, not to alarm you, but to rescue you. Pause for a moment. Do you feel a weight in your chest? That is not fear. It is recognition. Your soul knows this is true. Your spirit remembers the voice of heaven. It is the same voice that carried you through storms you thought would break you. The same voice that whispered hope when you were ready to surrender. And now it calls to you again. Archangel Michael says, tell them this is the final warning. If you ignore it, the tears will not cease. If you obey, the breakthrough will not be delayed. Beloved, do not gamble with this moment. Do not assume tomorrow will wait for you. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. But this moment, this sacred interruption, is in your hands. My child, do not scroll away. The urgency is real. Michael's voice thunders across your life, and every echo is meant for you alone. He says, open your heart now. Do not wait. There is a shift coming that will seem sudden, but you have been forewarned. This is why your spirit felt the pull tonight. This is why sleep escaped you and your thoughts circled back to the same place. The heavens have been preparing you for this very second. Listen closely. Something within your home is changing. Someone is planning a move that will touch your peace, your name, your very sense of safety. They may look at you with kind eyes, but their intentions are not pure. Michael has seen the documents, the whispers, the late-night messages, the setup that could cost you more than comfort. It could cost you your inheritance of joy. Do not let that happen. Remain here. Receive this warning as a shield. You may feel anger rising within you. That is natural. Anger is a signal. Your dignity has been seen by heaven, and heaven will respond. But do not act in haste. Michael says, do not react from pain. Respond with wisdom. Allow my angels to prepare the way. Let me reveal the names and the plans. If you move now in panic, you may fall into the very trap set for you. If you stay and listen, you will be given strategies in time to outmaneuver the snare. There will be a sign to confirm this message. A name will echo in your dreams. A number will appear on a bill, or a stranger will speak a phrase that makes your heart pause. When you see it, do not dismiss it. That is the confirmation Michael promised. It is heaven's signature on this word. When the sign appears, prepare to act with prayer and calm discernment. Beloved, this emergency is not only about loss. It is about revelation. Hidden things are being brought into the light. Secrets that have quietly shaped your life will be revealed. Some truths may be painful, but pain without truth only keeps you bound. Truth is the sword that cuts the cords of deception. Do not fear the cut. It is your freedom. Michael is urgent. Protect their heart. Protect their mind. Let them not be deceived by false kindness. That means guard what you share, speak less, record more, document everything you can. If there are transactions, keep every receipt. If there are conversations, note the dates and times. Heaven works through both spiritual and practical steps. Obedience to both will keep you safe. You may feel the urge to confront someone immediately. Hold that impulse. Michael says, wait for the pattern to reveal itself fully. Confronting with half-truths allows the enemy to twist the story. Let the truth come together, then present it with clarity. Gather evidence in prayer, then act with authority. Heaven will guide your words when the time is right. Do not be surprised if someone close to you suddenly grows distant. Betrayal often comes from those we least expect. But remember, exposure is the beginning of healing, not the end of your story. When the mask falls, you will see who was pretending. And when you know, you will have the power, not to harm, but to choose differently, to free your future from their influence. My beloved, Michael is revealing to me ways to shield yourself. Begin each morning with a simple prayer. It does not need to be long, just a surrendered heart. Lord, cover my name. Uncover the lies. Guard what is mine. Next, write down 3 things you are afraid to lose, and pray over each one with intention. Then, remove one draining decision from your schedule. Make space for divine wisdom to enter. These small, practical steps open the door for miracles to move in. There is someone who has been quietly draining your blessings through small compromises. Little agreements where you should have stood firm. Michael says, say no now. Say no to what steals your future. You were taught to make others comfortable, even at your own expense. Tonight, break that pattern. Choose your peace. Choose your inheritance. Choose what God set aside for you before you were born. You might wonder, will I be alone if I let them go? No. Heaven always replaces what you release. For every door you close to what drains you, another opens to what restores you. Michael whispers, do not fear the empty space. It will be filled with what God has planned for you, not what the world offers. Trust this. The exchange is often supernatural. What you lose becomes the ground for greater blessing. Beloved, your finances are woven into this warning. Someone may attempt to divert money or shift property while your attention is elsewhere. Be alert. Review your paperwork. Double-check signatures. Call your bank if anything seems unusual. Michael calls for both spiritual and practical vigilance. God works with both hands, one in the spirit, one in the details. When the truth begins to surface, do not rush to expose it on social media. Michael says, public exposure without prayer brings confusion. Let the legal and the spiritual be in harmony. Seek wise counsel. Speak with someone trustworthy who loves God and values truth. This is not the time for public drama. It is the time for strategic revelation that secures your name and protects those who depend on you. You will have moments of doubt. That is normal. The enemy will whisper, you imagined it. You are overreacting. Push back with remembrance. Recall the nights you cried alone. Remember the signs you ignored before. Remember the dreams that would not leave you. These memories are your evidence that heaven has been speaking to you all along. Michael says, prepare a safe place. This could be a literal space, a separate account, a locked drawer, or a trusted friend who knows how to keep confidences. It could also be spiritual, a daily sacred time where you read, pray, and allow clarity to settle in. When crisis comes, safety is not just walls and locks. Safety is a practiced posture of resting in God. Do not let bitterness take root in your words. Bitterness will corrode your spirit and open doors the enemy desires. When you are tempted to curse, instead declare, I release this to God. I will not become what hurt me. This posture honors heaven and invites restoration. Michael fights for those who refuse to be consumed by anger. There is a promise attached to this warning. When the storm passes, God will restore more than was lost. The heavens operate in abundance. Loss is never the final word. After exposure comes restoration. After correction comes increase. Hold to that promise as your lifeline. It is anchored in the heart of heaven. Good. You are still here. That choice is powerful. Every moment you remain, your name is being written more clearly in heaven's book. Michael rejoices when someone does not turn away. To stay in the tension is to allow God to work. And God honors those who endure. If you have children or elders who rely on you, be especially vigilant now. Guard their time, their documents, their relationships. Pray over their names. Speak their protection aloud. Often, the enemy attacks through the most vulnerable threads of your care. Strengthen every thread with prayer and practical boundaries. Do not let fear make your decisions. Let faith guide your steps. Michael instructs, when they are afraid, let them move in small, obedient steps, not in panic. Obedience in small things keeps them safe in big things. So do one steady thing today. Make a call, verify a detail, lock something away, or simply pray. Do not try to fix everything at once. The enemy hopes to overwhelm you. God smiles at steady, faithful obedience. You may feel the urge to confront with accusation. Instead, confront with questions. Ask for clarity. Ask for documentation. Ask for truth. The wise will answer. The guilty will squirm. This is how light pierces the darkness. Beloved, watch for unexpected allies. People who have been silent may step forward. A neighbor, a relative, a colleague, someone you never expected may bring evidence or a word of truth that helps you. When they appear, receive them. Do not dismiss help because it arrives imperfectly. God often uses unlikely hands. This emergency is also an invitation to spiritual awakening. Pain awakens the soul like nothing else. When you feel cornered, your spirit can either surrender to despair or rise in clarity. Choose clarity. Ask God for wisdom that feels like peace and smells like heaven. That wisdom is your compass through the chaos. Michael commands, guard your words until you have the full picture. Do not scatter your testimony before you have the path. Keep your core truth close to trusted counsel until God gives you the moment to reveal it. Public confession too soon can be used against you. Divine timing reveals the whole picture at once. You may feel alone. Do not let isolation become your prison. Reach out to a pastor, a wise friend, or someone with legal sense who walks with God. You do not have to carry this battle alone. Heaven provides allies when you ask. Now, take a deep breath. Repeat this. Heaven, reveal the hidden. Protect the innocent. Make the path clear. Say it aloud 3 times. Let your words move through the air. When you speak, the unseen world responds. Your voice matters in the spiritual realm. Expect a shift within 72 hours. It may be small, a call, a document, a name whispered. It may be large, a person leaving or a sudden clarity in your mind. When the shift comes, do not panic. Michael will guide your steps if you remain anchored. Translate these moments into wise actions, not fear. And now, beloved, remember this. The tragedy is turned away for those who listen. Heaven's warning is your invitation to preserve what matters most. If you heed this call, you will not weep as the story unfolds. You will stand shielded, watching as God rearranges the pieces for your good. You have stayed. You have listened. You will be protected. Michael lowers his sword, not in defeat, but in readiness to bless. God leans forward, hand extended. Take it now. Receive protection, wisdom, and restoration. Do not close this message until you say, I receive it. I will act in wisdom and faith. My precious child, you are still here. Do you know what that means? It means heaven has marked you as one who can carry the full truth. Michael says, most turn away. Most ignore the warning. But this one stayed. And because they stayed, the angels can release the secrets. Listen closely. The tragedy that was forming has already begun to unravel. Documents that were being drafted, conversations whispered in secret, the plotting of hands that did not love you, it is all crumbling even now. The moment you chose to listen, heaven began to dismantle their schemes. But you must not grow complacent. Remain vigilant, for the enemy strikes hardest when their time is short. You may wonder, why am I always the one tested? Why is my path so difficult? It is because your destiny is weighty. Your future is brighter than you can imagine. Your name carries a resonance the enemy cannot silence. This is why storms have followed you. But storms are not sent to destroy the chosen. They are sent to reveal the power of heaven in your life. Michael declares, tell them the storm was not punishment. It was preparation. They were being set apart, refined like gold, made ready for an inheritance. Do you see now why you survived what others did not? Why you walked through fire and yet your spirit still shines? Because God would not let your destiny be lost in the smoke. You are preserved for this season. Beloved, the next doors that open will not look familiar. They may seem strange, unexpected, even uncomfortable, but they are divine. Michael says, do not hesitate when the opportunity comes. If it brings peace to your spirit, even if your mind resists, step through it. This is heaven's way of guiding you out of danger and into promise. The blessing may not look as you expect, but it carries the signature of God. Now listen. Your adversaries believed you would remain blind forever. They thought you would ignore your intuition, silence your discernment, and keep walking in circles. But tonight, heaven has lifted the veil. Tonight, the lies have lost their grip. From this moment forward, you will notice what you once overlooked. You will hear what you once ignored. Every hidden plan will rise to the surface like smoke from a fire. This is exposure. Exposure is not meant to shame you. It is meant to free you. It is meant to cut away the burdens that have slowed you down. It is meant to give you clarity that no one can take from you. Michael says, exposure is mercy. Do not fear it. Embrace it, for after the exposure comes an outpouring of blessings. My child, I see you doubting yourself. You wonder, what if I misunderstood? What if this isn't real? But why does your heart race? Why do your eyes fill with tears for no reason? Because deep down, you know this is truth. Your soul remembers the voice of heaven. It is the same voice that rescued you before. And now it calls again, stronger, clearer, more insistent. Good. You are still listening. This is rare. The heavens rejoice when a chosen one listens until the end. Michael smiles, for this means you are trusted with the full message. And the full message carries both warning and promise. The warning is this: within your circle, someone envies your light. They will try to push you into choices that are not for your good. Do not sign quickly. Do not agree in haste. Do not give your yes until you have prayed. Michael says, even a delay of one day can save you from years of regret. Learn to pause. Learn to wait. Let discernment, not pressure, guide you. And now the promise: your pain is about to become your power. The very wound you thought would break you is the place where your miracle will burst forth. God has been storing blessings in the cracks of your sorrow, and now they are flowing out into your finances, your relationships, your peace. Restoration is not trickling, it is pouring. You may not see it all today, but signs will begin immediately. Unexpected calls, forgotten opportunities returning, strange alignments that defy logic. This is not coincidence. This is confirmation. Michael says, when the first sign appears, whisper thank you. That gratitude will multiply the blessing faster than you can imagine. Beloved, this emergency was never about fear. It was about awakening. It was about shaking you out of distraction so you would not walk blindly into the trap. And because you listened, because you stayed, the trap is collapsing. Heaven is redirecting your path. Michael's sword is drawn, not against you, but against everything that dared to rise against you. So do not fear. Do not weep. You have already been delivered from what you could not see. Now you must prepare to receive what you did not expect. Your tragedy has become your testimony. Your emergency has become your evidence. Your warning has become your rescue. My beloved child, do not turn away now. You are standing in the center of a holy alarm. Michael's voice is echoing through the realms, calling your name with urgency. He says, tell them the clock is nearly finished. Tell them they cannot afford to miss a single word. Their future depends on this. Do you feel it? That strange pressure in your chest, that invisible pull in your soul, it is not fear. It is your spirit awakening to the truth. The heavens are aligning, the veil is lifting, and your destiny is calling for your attention. You cannot leave now. This is the very place where the turnaround begins. Beloved, the heaviness you feel is not a burden. It is the weight of heaven revealing what was hidden. There have been conversations behind your back. There are agreements being made without your knowledge. The enemy hoped you would remain unaware, but God declares, no more. Not my child. Not this time. Michael's sword has already cut through the web of lies, and soon the truth will stand in the open for all to see. You may ask, why do those I love keep betraying me? It is because your light exposes what their darkness cannot bear. Your calling threatens the falsehoods they have built their lives upon. Your spirit carries an authority that unmasks their intentions. But hear this, their betrayal is not your downfall. It is your unveiling. Every wound inflicted behind your back is being transformed into a key that unlocks your future. Michael proclaims, what was stolen will be returned. What was delayed will be released. What was broken will be restored. But you must remain. Do not walk away from this message. Do you hear it? This is not just a warning. This is a prophecy. This is the opening of doors that have long been shut. Beloved, the enemy has been whispering lies. You are too late. You are not enough. You have no one to stand with you. But heaven laughs at these lies. God says, I am your defender. I am your shield. I am your witness. Even if the world stands against you, I will stand for you. You are not late. You are right on time. Child, I see your tears. You have carried burdens too heavy for one soul. You have smiled while your heart was breaking. You have held others while no one held you. But heaven has seen every moment. Not a single night has gone unnoticed. Not one tear has fallen unseen. Tonight, the heavens record your endurance as testimony. This is why the blessing can no longer be delayed. Listen carefully. Michael says, within 7 days, you will receive a sign that confirms this warning. It may come as a dream, a repeated number, or a name that keeps appearing. When it comes, take it seriously. That is the key to your next season. Do not dismiss it as mere coincidence. Do not explain it away. That sign is heaven's seal of confirmation. Beloved, you are being positioned for restoration. There is wealth tied to your name. There is property connected to your family. There is an inheritance waiting that someone tried to hide. Michael has seen the documents, the agreements, the hidden hands. But heaven declares, enough. What belongs to you will find you. No thief will keep it. No liar will block it. Prepare to see in the natural what has already been sealed in the spirit. Good. You are still here. Do you realize how powerful that is? Most would have given up by now. But not you. And because you stayed, Michael smiles. He says, now we can trust them with the deeper truth. Now they can handle the revelation. And here it is. The tragedy that was coming has already begun to weaken. The snare that was waiting has started to unravel. Your obedience has shifted the timeline. Your endurance has summoned angels to fight on your behalf. Do you see? By staying, you are not just surviving, you are rewriting your story. Child, do not fear the storm that still swirls around you. The storm is not a sign of failure. It is proof that breakthrough is near. The enemy always thrashes hardest when their time is short. But Michael's sword is drawn. The angels are in formation. God's hand is covering your head. You will not drown. You will not break. You will rise. Remember this. When everything feels darkest, that is when the light is closest. You are minutes from dawn. You are steps from your miracle. Do not give up now. This is the moment when heaven rewrites your ending. My child, my beloved, you are still here. That alone is a victory. Michael says, every second they remain, the power of this message grows. Every moment they stay, the tragedy weakens. Every line they hear, the miracle strengthens. Do not underestimate this. Your presence here is not by chance. Your soul was summoned. God Himself arranged this encounter. Even if the world ignores it, even if others mock it, heaven is watching you with eyes of fire. The angels whisper, stay. Stay until the very last word, for the last word is the key. Beloved, there is still more you must know. There is someone who has carried bitterness against you. They smile when they see you, but their heart curses your name. They have delayed you more than once. Michael has seen every word spoken against you in secret. And he says, their time is finished. Their mask is slipping. Their schemes will collapse before their eyes. This is why you felt restless. This is why you sensed something was wrong, even when no one admitted it. Your spirit was not lying to you. It was heaven's alarm sounding in your chest. And tonight, that alarm has reached its peak. The lie is finished. The truth is rising. My beloved child, hear this. The threat that loomed over you is rooted in deception. Someone believed they could erase you quietly. They thought they could move behind your back, take what was yours, and you would never notice. But heaven noticed. Michael called your name before the throne. And God said, protect them, deliver them, expose what was hidden. That is why this message found you. It is not coincidence. It is rescue. Now, pay close attention. In the coming days, you will overhear a conversation you were not meant to hear. It will surprise you, but do not dismiss it. That is the revelation. That is the moment God shows you exactly what was hidden. When you hear it, be still. Do not interrupt. Do not rush. Simply observe. It will be the proof you have prayed for. Beloved, God is not only uncovering deception, He is restoring what was taken. There is something sacred tied to your family line, a blessing meant to pass to you, but someone tried to divert it. They believed you would never see it. But heaven declares, it is sealed. It is yours. No hand can steal what God has written. Prepare yourself, for soon you will see documents, names, or opportunities that bear your mark. Do you feel it now? That fire rising within your spirit, that sudden strength filling you even as tears fall. That is confirmation. That is heaven clothing you in armor. That is Michael placing his hand on your shoulder, whispering, you are not weak. You are not alone. You are chosen. And those who are chosen always rise. Good. You are still here. This is proof that you are among the few who can carry the fullness of this message. Michael smiles because you refuse to leave. He says, now I can give them the deepest truth. Now I can show them what others never see. Beloved, This is the truth. The threat was not just about you. It was about your family. There is a generational pattern that tried to repeat itself in your life. The same loss, the same betrayal, the same cycles of delay. But because you listened, because you stayed, that pattern is breaking tonight. It ends with you. It will not pass to your children. It will not return in your bloodline. The chain is broken. The curse is shattered. Michael lifts his sword and declares, the next 7 years are sealed in blessing, not in sorrow. The enemy's handwriting has been erased. The only name written is the name God gave you. This is why your body feels lighter. This is why your spirit weeps. It is the release. It is the freedom. It is the beginning of restoration. Beloved, watch closely now. Within the next 14 days, doors will open that will astonish you. A call you thought would never come. An invitation you stopped expecting. An opportunity you gave up on. It will return. And this time, it will not slip away. This time, it is yours to keep. But you must guard your heart. Do not share everything with everyone. Not all who applaud you want to see you win. Be wise with your words. Protect your plans until they are complete. Let your success speak louder than your explanations. Michael says, silence is your shield. Discernment is your weapon. Wisdom is your crown. Child, God whispers, you thought you were forgotten. You thought you were abandoned. But I never left you. I was always preparing this moment. And now you will see why I made you wait. The blessing is greater than you dreamed. The miracle is closer than your breath. My beloved child, do not stop here. The heavens are still speaking, and Michael is still pressing this warning into your spirit. He says, tell them if they close their eyes now, they will miss the secret that changes everything. The final pages hold the answer their soul has been longing for. My beloved child, you are still here, and that means your spirit has chosen truth over distraction. Michael leans closer now, his voice stirring the unseen. He says, this is the hour your destiny begins to break free. This is the line in time where your story changes. This is the moment heaven seals your protection. Do not let go now. Do not doubt what your heart is feeling. That trembling in your soul is not fear. It is recognition. It is the memory of heaven awakening within you. It is your spirit remembering promises spoken over you before you were born. And now those promises are coming alive. Beloved, let me reveal what Michael is showing me. The threat that tried to form was not only about your future. It was meant to silence your voice. There is something inside you, a gift, a message, a light that brings deliverance to others. The enemy knew this. That is why he tried to break you before you could rise. But he failed. You are here. You are awake. And you are about to step into the very purpose he feared. This is not a coincidence. Every word you have heard has been guiding you deeper, layer by layer, into the heart of God's message. And now you are here, standing at the edge of revelation. Stay. Your spirit knows this is not ordinary. That is why your hands feel different. That is why your chest feels heavy. That is why your eyes want to weep. It is the atmosphere of heaven pressing upon you. Beloved, let me show you what Michael is revealing. There is a shadow in your circle, and they have been smiling at you with false affection. They pretend to stand with you, but their loyalty belongs elsewhere. They whispered your name with envy. They spoke lies when you were not present. And worst of all, they tried to block what heaven assigned to you. But tonight, heaven says, enough. Their plans are exposed. You have sensed it. You felt it in your spirit, but you doubted yourself. You wondered, maybe I am imagining it. Maybe I am overthinking. No, you were not imagining. That was discernment. That was God whispering to your soul, wake up. Pay attention. Now it is confirmed. You were right to feel it. You were right to pause. You were right to question. And heaven will vindicate you. Michael says, do not fight them in the flesh. Do not waste your energy arguing with shadows. I will fight for you. I will expose them with their own words. Do you understand? You do not have to prove yourself. The truth will rise on its own. The lie will collapse under its own weight. Beloved, this threat that tried to form was not random. It was calculated. It was meant to break you at the very moment your blessing was about to arrive. But heaven intervened. Michael stepped in. This message is the divine interruption. This warning is your rescue. My child, God says, I will not let them erase you. I will not let them rob you. I will not let them silence the name I gave you. Even now, angels are standing guard over what belongs to you. They are watching over your family, your resources, your health, your mind. The enemy wanted to strike all at once. But because you stayed, because you listened, the attack has been dismantled. Now hear the promise. You are about to enter a new season, a season of sudden reversals, a season of unexpected restoration. What was delayed for years will come in days. What was stolen will be returned in double. What was hidden will be revealed in the light. Michael says, they will not recognize themselves after this. The peace will feel unreal. The joy will feel supernatural. But it will be theirs. Pause for a moment. Reflect on how long you have carried this weight. Think of the nights you whispered, when will this end? Beloved, it ends now. The season of hidden pain is closing. The chapter of unanswered prayers is finished. The dawn is breaking, and your name is written on the horizon. Good. You are still here. That proves your soul is ready. Michael smiles, for endurance always unlocks the greater portion. He says, most gave up long before this line, but this one stayed. And because you stayed, we can reveal the inheritance. The inheritance is not just money, though provision is coming. It is not just property, though land is marked for your name. It is not just peace, though peace will flow like a river. The inheritance is presence, the presence of God so strong that every room you enter will shift. The presence of angels walking with you so closely that signs will appear daily. The presence of destiny so undeniable that even your adversaries will admit you are favored. Beloved, God whispers, you will not be empty again. You will not be forgotten again. You will not be overlooked again. From this day, you will rise. And Michael declares, this is sealed. This is sacred. This cannot be stolen. Tell them their future is secure. My beloved child, you are still here, and that means your spirit has chosen truth over distraction. Michael leans closer now, his voice stirring the unseen. He says, this is the hour your destiny begins to break free. This is the line in time where your story changes. This is the moment heaven seals your protection. Do not let go now. Do not doubt what your heart is feeling. That trembling in your soul is not fear. It is recognition. It is the memory of heaven awakening within you. It is your spirit remembering promises spoken over you before you were born. And now those promises are coming alive. Beloved, let me reveal what Michael is showing me. The threat that tried to form was not only about your future. It was meant to silence your voice. There is something inside you, a gift, a message, a light that brings deliverance to others. The enemy knew this. That is why he tried to break you before you could rise. But he failed. You are here. You are awake. And you are about to step into the very purpose he feared. God says, I am breathing on what they thought was dead. I am reviving what they gave up on. I am resurrecting what looked finished. Do you see it? Every delay is turning into preparation. Every rejection is turning into redirection. Every closed door is about to swing wide. Michael declares, the one they least expect will soon speak their name with favor. The opportunity they thought they missed will circle back. The place they were overlooked will become the place they are honored. This is not imagination. This is divine reversal. My child, remember how many times you nearly quit? Remember the nights you thought it was over? And yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still carrying a spark that no storm could extinguish. That spark is your proof. That spark is your inheritance. That spark is the miracle waiting to ignite into flame. But hear the warning: do not return to what drained you. Do not go back to what broke you. The door is closing behind you for a reason. Michael says, if they return to the old, they will delay the new. If they cling to what was, they cannot hold what is coming. You must release the old cycle so the new blessing can enter. Beloved, this is not just about survival. This is about overflow. God is not merely saving you from tragedy. He is positioning you for testimony. You will speak and others will heal. You will rise and others will believe. Your story will shine as proof that heaven still moves. Good. You are still here. Do you realize what that means? Most people never reach this point. Most hearts grow weary before the end. But you stayed. And because you stayed, heaven will give you what others never receive. Michael smiles, his sword lowered in blessing, and says, tell them their endurance has opened the final scroll. And here is what the final scroll reveals. The next 14 days are sacred. Signs will multiply. Numbers will repeat. Names will echo. Dreams will become vivid. Each one will point you toward the truth you were always meant to see. Do not ignore them. Do not brush them aside. These are heaven's confirmations, guiding you step by step. Beloved, God whispers, do not fear the future. I have already walked ahead of you. I have already scattered the traps. I have already secured the blessing. All you must do is walk forward with faith. Do you sense it? The threat has lost its grip. The inheritance is rising. The miracle is moving. Your tomorrow will not resemble your yesterday. The tears you carried will water the ground of your blessing. The sorrow you endured will become the soil of your testimony. And the name you thought was erased is being written again in light. Michael says, this is finished. This is sealed. This is done. But only for those who believe. And you do believe. That is why you are still here. Beloved, you have come so far. Most would have turned away, but you remained. And because you stayed, the heavens are opening the deeper mysteries to you. Michael smiles, for your endurance has unlocked the final revelation. There is someone who has harbored resentment against you. They have smiled in your presence, but their heart has spoken curses in secret. They have delayed your progress more than once. Michael has witnessed every word spoken in the shadows. He says, their time is over. Their mask is falling. Their schemes will collapse before their eyes. This is why you felt uneasy, why you sensed something was wrong even when no one would admit it. Your spirit was not deceiving you. It was heaven's alarm ringing in your heart. And tonight, that alarm has reached its crescendo. The lie is finished. The truth is rising. My beloved, understand this. The threat that hovered over you was rooted in deception. Someone believed they could erase you quietly, move behind your back, and take what was yours without you ever knowing. But heaven saw it all. Michael called your name before the throne. And God declared, protect them, deliver them, expose what was hidden. That is why this message found you. It is not coincidence. It is divine rescue. Pay close attention now. In the coming days, you will overhear a conversation you were never meant to hear. It will surprise you, but do not dismiss it. That is the revelation. That is the moment God shows you exactly what was hidden. When you hear it, remain calm. Do not interrupt. Do not rush. Simply observe. It will be the proof you have been seeking. Beloved, God is not only exposing lies, He is restoring what was stolen. There is something precious tied to your bloodline, something sacred that was meant to pass to you, but someone tried to divert it. They thought you would never see it. But heaven says, it is sealed. It is yours. No hand can take what God has written. Prepare yourself, for soon you will see documents, names, or opportunities that carry your mark. Do you feel the fire rising in your spirit? That sudden strength, even as tears fall, is confirmation. Heaven is clothing you in armor. Michael is placing his hand on your shoulder, whispering, you are not weak. You are not alone. You are chosen. And those who are chosen always rise. Good. You are still here. This is the evidence that you are among the few who can carry the fullness of this message. Michael smiles because you refuse to leave. He says, now I can give them the deepest truth. Now I can show them what others never see. Beloved, this is the truth. The threat was not just about you. It was about your family. There is a generational pattern that tried to repeat itself in your life. The same loss, the same betrayal, the same cycles of delay. But because you listened, because you stayed, that pattern is breaking tonight. It ends with you. It will not pass to your children. It will not return in your bloodline. The chain is broken. The curse is shattered. Michael lifts his sword and declares, the next 7 years are sealed in blessing, not in sorrow. The enemy's handwriting has been erased. The only name written is the name God gave you. This is why your body feels lighter. This is why your spirit weeps. It is the release. It is the freedom. It is the beginning of restoration. Beloved, be attentive now. In the next 14 days, doors will open that will leave you in awe. A call you thought would never come, an invitation you stopped waiting for, an opportunity you believed was lost, these will return. And this time, they will not slip away. This time, they are yours to keep. But you must protect your heart. Not everyone who celebrates you wants to see you win. Be careful with your words. Guard your plans until they are complete. Let your success speak for itself, louder than any explanation. Michael says, let silence be your shield. Let discernment be your weapon. Let wisdom be your crown. Child, God whispers, you thought you were forgotten. You thought you were left behind. But I never abandoned you. I was always preparing you for this moment. Now you will see why I made you wait. The blessing is greater than you imagined. The miracle is closer than your next breath. My beloved, do not stop here. The heavens are still speaking, and Michael is still impressing this warning upon your spirit. He says, if they close their eyes now, they will miss the secret that changes everything. The final words hold the answer their soul has been searching for. You are still here, and that means your spirit has chosen truth over distraction. Michael draws nearer, his voice resonating in the unseen. He says, this is the hour your destiny begins to break free. This is the turning point where your story changes. This is the moment heaven seals your protection. Do not let go now. Do not doubt what your heart is sensing. That trembling in your soul is not fear, it is recognition. It is the memory of heaven awakening within you. It is your spirit remembering promises spoken over you before you were born. And now those promises are stirring to life. Beloved, let me share what Michael is showing me. The threat that tried to form was not only about your future. It was meant to silence your voice. There is something within you, a gift, a message, a light that brings deliverance to others. The enemy saw this. That is why he tried to break you before you could rise. But he failed. You are here. You are awake. And you are about to step into the very purpose he feared. This is not a coincidence. Every word you have heard has been guiding you deeper, layer by layer, into the heart of God's message. And now you are here, standing at the edge of revelation. Stay. Your spirit knows this is not ordinary. That is why your hands feel different. That is why your chest feels heavy. That is why your eyes want to weep. It is the atmosphere of heaven pressing upon you. Beloved, let me show you what Michael is revealing. There is a shadow in your circle, and they have been smiling at you with false affection. They pretend to stand with you, but their loyalty belongs elsewhere. They whispered your name with envy. They spoke lies when you were not present. And worst of all, they tried to block what heaven assigned to you. But tonight, heaven says, enough. Their plans are exposed. You have sensed it. You felt it in your spirit, but you doubted yourself. You wondered, maybe I am imagining it. Maybe I am overthinking. No, you are not imagining. That was discernment. That was God whispering to your soul, wake up. Pay attention. Now it is confirmed. You were right to feel it. You were right to pause. You were right to question. And heaven will vindicate you. Michael says, do not fight them in the flesh. Do not waste your energy arguing with shadows. I will fight for you. I will expose them with their own words. Do you understand? You do not have to prove yourself. The truth will rise on its own. The lie will collapse under its own weight. Beloved, this threat that tried to form was not random. It was calculated. It was meant to break you at the very moment your blessing was about to arrive. But heaven intervened. Michael stepped in. This message is the divine interruption. This warning is your rescue.